Yo, 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 this is the Notorious Truth Podcast. It's your host that does the most, Cam Butler. And today I got a special guest for y'all, one of my homeboys, hometown favorite, Mr. Valid Kixx himself, R&B Beefs. Man, he's one of many. Keith, how you doing, man?
Hi, I'm doing good, Cam.
That's what's
Appreciate
up,
you
man. That's
having
what's
me
up,
out
man.
in,
That's what's up, man.
in Hollywood at the Notorious Truth Podcast.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know I got to get you to pull up. So give them a brief background about you, like for the people that know you, the people that don't know you or need to meet you now. Like,
A little background. Sort of kind of same as you. You know, people that know you. We both come from a small town, Racine, Wisconsin.
all right,
Where it was little to no opportunity,
all right.
you know, for us. But you know, we knew what we wanted in life, out of life. And we had some dreams, and we went to go get them.
Yeah, we chasing them down.
Yeah, we chasing them down.
By all means.
Yep.
So, like you said, like we came from Racine. Like now you're in Memphis, and you've been in Memphis for like a few years now. Like you kind of from Memphis now.
Yeah, for sure. I've been in Memphis. I moved to Memphis back in. Matter of fact, it'll be 11 years now. I moved there in May of 2013.
Okay. I was just graduating high school.
Yeah, May of 2013, I moved to Memphis. And just with not knowing what I was going to do.
All right.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, what I was going to do. I just knew I had to get out of Racine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and at that time, I think I was about, when I knew that I was moving from Racine, I was about 25.
Okay.
I worked at Case. I worked at Case in the factory. And I think I worked there from what I was maybe 20 years old till about, I got fired when I was about 24, 25. Right? Like, I mean, making that good money, kind of being comfortable. Then I stayed with my mama. I ain't had no kids. And I think just like right when my girl was pregnant, I lost my job. Soon as I needed that money, that's when I lost my job. And I was just like, I don't know what it was, but it was just like I was looking at a glass ceiling because at the time I just felt like, I'm like, man, I had a bunch of good jobs and I just kept on getting fired.
All right.
And but I knew it was something in me that could do more, that I could do more. And it was just like, I see the top, but for some reason, being in Racine, I felt like I couldn't get past a certain level, you know? And I just said, you know what, I'm moving, you know?
For sure. I think
with no plan.
I think that was the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I felt I reached my max there. You know, like so it was time to rotate for sure. So you said that you got fired when you were expecting your first child. So how like what was your emotions at that moment? Like how did you get it all together? Because you obviously you did well, bro. So like how did
it was just like, all right, at that time, see with me, I always been one that just wanted to had the last word. Right. You know, just wanted to run my mouth, make my point known, and just being hard headed at the time, you know. And when I lost that job, it was just like it made me realize, like, fuck, I gotta start watching my mouth, you know, or do something else because obviously they put me in a bit fucked up situation. But I mean, at that time was what else could I do? You know, I had to figure it out. And just go day by day.
For sure.
It wasn't nothing. It didn't matter what I was thinking or how I felt. Shit, it was reality. And I got fired. I ain't got no job. And I'm about to have a baby.
So when you got fired, isn't that around the same time that you moved to Memphis?
So I got fired. I got fired in 2011.
Okay.
I think around the summertime. So it was about 2 years, and I knew that I wanted to leave. And I was telling my girl at the time, like, I'm gonna move to Memphis, and she was like, "Well, wait." She said, "Wait till we had a baby, and then like maybe wait till the baby about 1 year old, and then we can move."
Right.
And had the baby, and I think I got a job at Coca-Cola in Milwaukee.
Okay.
It was good money. I was back, you know what I'm saying? I was making good money.
Mm-hmm.
But man, you worked for every motherfucking penny. They ain't give you shit. You
Hey,
worked.
you had to earn it, huh?
Hell yeah, you had to work for it. And I'm like trying to find a way, like maybe I could transfer or whatever. But this shit wasn't like, didn't look like I could transfer. I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna quit and leave this motherfucker and just go down there.
All right.
And that's what I did.
Yeah, that's dope. So, like, at what moment did you start start branding Valid Kixx? Because I just remember, like, you know, you're obviously a little bit older than me, so I just remember seeing Valid Kixx coming soon, and then it was Thomas Jones, and I'm like, who's Thomas? So that's what when I said your intro, I was like, you one of many. So take me to Thomas Jones.
Okay. So all right. So now I'm just we gonna go back a little bit. So when I moved to Memphis, you know, it was like I put myself it was like moving to a deserted island.
Right.
You know, I didn't have no friends. I think I had one cousin. I didn't have no friends, no family. I knew nothing about Memphis.
Okay.
And it was just night and day coming from Wisconsin. For one, the weather. I moved there in May. So, you know, in Wisconsin, you check the temperature every day. You see what the weather going to be like. Down there, it was hot as fuck every day. You know, and at that time, I was 300-plus pounds. And I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. I was just, you know, like, remember on that last episode of Fresh Prince when they emptied out the house and Will Smith was just looking around?
Yeah.
That's how I was in Memphis. It was just like going down there and I was just like, all right, I'm here.
Right.
What am I going to do? And I just remember doing odd-end-ass jobs, whether it was working at like a fair, just pulling tickets. You know, I'm used to making a bunch of money, making good money, to coming down here just doing odd-end-ass jobs, just trying to make a way. And so it was like at the time, me and my wife, was my girlfriend at the time, she was just like, well, all right, what you gonna do? She had her career, but, you know, she had graduated college and, you know, she had her stuff going on. But me, I had to figure my way. So I was like, either it was like I thought I had a passion in cooking. So I'm like, oh, I love cooking. I got a passion for it. I'm gonna it was either go to culinary school or be a firefighter. Because I just like different, but it was just like one of them things.
Yeah, I would say that's two. That's like
it's different. But I'm like, I was just trying to find a career, a job, or whatever. But I'm like, damn, I'm 300 pounds. I'm not gonna pass that fitness test for the fire department. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just go to culinary school. So go there. Like, yeah, I got a passion in cooking. I love cooking. And halfway through it, I figured out, like, this ain't no passion. You know, I'm like, I like cooking, but I don't want to just be in nobody's restaurant all day. I'm tired of this shit. So, but I was in too deep to quit.
Right.
So I had to figure out my niche, and I had to build, in one of the marketing class, we had to build a restaurant from ground up on paper. I was like, man, I'm going to do a food truck. It just seemed easier, and I seen the money, and it was cool. So, but that was my passion. It was business. That's when I found out what my passion was. And so graduated culinary school. Okay, what I'm going to do now? I got a little job making $10 an hour. I ended up how I got into the Valid Kixx was I knew somebody down in Memphis that was a sneaker reseller.
Okay.
And she had a bunch of shoes, and I was just like, she knew my cousin. I was like, hey, can I take a picture of these shoes and start an Instagram called, Got Kixx. So I just took a picture of her shoes, selling them back in Racine because I didn't know enough people in Memphis to, you know, but I knew everybody in Racine. So I'm like, I'm going to just sell everything up there. So I end up calling one of my business partners. I didn't even know him at the time. I called him. I knew he was opening up a store out in Denver. And I was like, hey, I got his number from my sister husband. I said, hey, I'm Shanika, little brother. I got I'm down here in Memphis. I know you do deal with shoes. I'm like, I got a bunch of shoes down here. I got access to them, but I ain't got no money.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, shit, I need the shoes. I got the money.
Right.
So he ended up, long story short, man, he sent me some money. He sent me, I think, want to say 10 grand. And now when he sent me that 10 grand, I was able to get out here in the streets and see who people selling shoes, see what they doing, and now I can have a conversation with them now because I got money.
Right.
So just doing like that, then I would buy shoes, send them to him, and just make my money off that. We did that for about a year, and he was like, hey, what you think about opening up a store in Racine? I said, man, I don't know. Like, it's cool, but I ain't barely even got no money. You know what I'm saying? The time I didn't even have a car to get back and forth to work, you know? And I think me just following my dreams, I just said, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
And he was like, well, you can find somebody on your end, and I'll find somebody on my end in Racine that can run the store, and we supply it. So I ended up getting my cousin. He got his cousin. They ran the store in Racine. We supplied it.
Okay.
And it was like, we're coming up with names. So at this point, I got a name for myself, Thomas Jones. And Thomas Jones came from when I was in Memphis. I had to, I knew a few people at the time, but then, some people know me as, they'd be like, well, who is this? If somebody addressed me as Thomas Jones, I already knew, like, they only know me from dealing with sneakers, dealing with shoes or something. If they call me Keith, I know they know me from somewhere personal.
So what was the reason of giving yourself these different names?
Just so when people approach me, if they approach me by Thomas Jones, or if they approach me by Keith, my cousin was down there, my wife. So if somebody, or I went to school, or if somebody said, "Hey Keith," I knew they knew me from a little more personal. Yeah, So I can.
So you just wanted to basically separate.
Yeah, separate them.
The what do you call it? The crowds that address you, so you know how to
and
deal
then,
with them accordingly.
Because if I did, yeah, exactly. So if they can't, if somebody was like, "Hey Thomas," I'm like, I already know.
Is you bad with faces? Like you don't remember people like that?
Nah, I just somebody may know you. Yeah. And you tell them about me.
All right. Okay.
And then if they be like, hey, they know you, so they may come to me as Keith. Yeah. Or I may know this person through shoes, so they know me as Thomas Jones, and they told somebody about Thomas Jones that I don't even know. So when whoever they told came to me and be like, hey Thomas, I already know. I don't know where you know me from, but I know it's strictly shoes. If you address me as Thomas.
Yeah, because I actually met you as Thomas, but then we kind of reintroduced ourselves when we were at the NAACP dinner, and they were like Keith.
Yeah, so now people confused. Like,
remember, I asked you, I was like, "What?" And you were like, "Oh yeah, that's my Facebook name." And I'm like,
"It's people to this day. It's people to this day that will tell me my name is not Keith, it's Thomas." And I just say, "You right." Whoever you want to know, So, but that's what it was, just so I could separate the two, Yeah. So I know how to deal with people when they come to me, because I had a lot of people come to me, call my phone, all of that. So,
all right, for sure. So, taking it back to, you starting and you getting up, running, basically starting from the ground up with Valid Kixx. I wanted to ask you, because I know, you just briefly stated, you went in with, a group of people. So, I know a few people that you did, business with back home. How was that? What was the pros and the cons of being in starting a business with, multiple people?
It's pros and cons in both of them. The pro is, so it was 4 of us, and all 4 of us had our own group of friends. Yeah. So I didn't grow up with Lawrence. I didn't grow up with Steve. I mean, me and Dewan grew up with cousins, but we still had our own group of friends. So between the 4 of us, we was able to take control of the whole city, because, okay, if you don't fuck with me, you fuck with Juan, or if you don't fuck with Juan, you fuck with Steve, or vice versa with Lawrence. Right. And so it's you got people that want to support you. Everybody's gonna support, because I'm supporting Keith. I'm supporting Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how we was able to. Now the con is, The con is you got 4 different personalities.
For
You
sure.
know, is you got somebody that it's their viewpoint, you got your viewpoint, and it's like, okay, who running shit?
All right.
You know, so egos can definitely get involved, especially when you start making money.
All right.
Like, hey, nigga, I didn't grow up with you, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's really the cons of it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got an understanding off the muscle, you know, and then you know, of course, when shit start getting sticky, when shit ain't going the way you want to, you know, it's your fault. It's your
Right.
fault. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pointing fingers.
yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah. Then
So-
I you know, like a lot of you was away from, like y'all was away from the business. Like, you know, you was obviously in Memphis, and you know everybody else was kind of just moving around doing their own thing. Like, so was that you started? Okay, so you started off in racing. Y'all had the store there. How many years did this store run for?
The store ran from 2016 to just this past year, 2024.
Man,
Yeah,
y'all definitely had a long run.
we did.
And you eventually branched off. You actually went to Memphis as well, right?
Yeah, yep. A couple years ago, I had opened up a second location in Memphis, which did well, but I feel like we didn't have a fair chance, man. I got robbed. I want to say about 4 or 5 times within like 8 months. You know, it went
That's
viral.
crazy. I was seeing a lot of the footage. So any of those times was anybody actually in the store?
No, but
That was a blessing.
the last time that was the biggest one. It was 25 people ran in the store.
That's the one that went.
That's the one went
crazy,
viral.
Yeah. For sure. It's like they
man,
came into like
we left.
another store or something.
I wasn't even. I had just left. I wasn't even gone 20, 30 minutes. I just left.
That's
Because it was early. They broke in around 9 o'clock. I left at 8:30.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So like, how did you guys like recover or double back from that process? Did you just like say like, hey, we just gonna end it, or
At that point, because even if you go back and look at the footage from that last break in, it was the whole other window was boarded up because we just got robbed maybe 3 weeks prior.
So what do you think was it? Like, do you think that they just seen maybe you guys, you know, like they're not familiar with you guys as newcomers coming to town, opening business, or it's just like that out there?
At that point,
was it just the area?
It's the area. It's just like that. You know, it don't matter. They opportunists. You know, they matter of fact, that same night that we got robbed, they were coming from a Walmart. They ran into a Walmart that deep. You know, left the Walmart and then went across town and came to my store.
That's crazy.
So it's just what they do. You know, I knew that it was gonna happen, especially like the area I was in. I was in East Memphis, so it's kind of like a neutral ground for all sides. But where we were at, we were like in the middle, where you go a block left, you're gonna be in the hood. You go a few miles up this way, you're gonna be in a better neighborhood.
Right.
You know, so but we was right next to the expressway, so you can go in there, hop right on the expressway, and you out. Nobody gonna see you. So, but I knew that it was gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna happen that fast and then to that magnitude. It was a lot. So I would say I just chose to close the store because it was just getting too dangerous. We could have kept on going, but it was just like, man, we put a lot of money into that store, so we was just recovering from the last 3 robberies. So I just chose to close the store just because it was just the safety of my employees, me. It's just, you know, nobody want to keep going through that.
So what year did you close the store?
2022.
Okay. So like, was that kind of
maybe 23, beginning of 23 into 2022?
So what was that like? So did the momentum for Valid Kixx start falling after that? Like, what was really like the team's emotions behind that?
See, and then like that, and then even with that, so you go through times like, okay, when we opened in this store, we got the buzz. Everybody happy, you know. But then when something like this happens, now it's like, okay, it's your fault. It's your fault. Or, hey, you could have did this. You didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of pointing fingers when everything hit the fan.
Right.
You know, so it's a lot of stuff. I will say, a lot of stuff started going down after that. Just, you know, people want to, like I said, we all pointing the fingers at each other. Oh, I ain't doing this. I'm not doing that. You know, so that's really what it was, I feel like.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like, you said the timestamp, like, kind of, you know, it matches in that standpoint, like, 2020, the end of 2023, then now 2024, I see that you guys just recently sold the store off. So, yeah, I just always wonder, like, if that played a part in it, you know?
I feel like it did a little bit, you know.
Like, just me being, like, you know.
On the outside looking in?
Like, yeah. And just having, like, a business mindset, like, you know, like you said, everybody have their ups and downs, and that will kind of slow my momentum up a little bit. Like,
yeah, for sure, because it's like, okay, now we done lost all this money doing this. We chose to do this in your city, and this happened. But then it's like, how the fuck am I feel like sometimes.
So it was your city.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
yeah.
I'll say, so it's my city. Your city.
It's my city now that all this shit happened, right. But then before it was our, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, hey, you know, but, and then after that, I just think people just got tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm keep on losing, taking L after L. Like, man, I'm not doing this, and then it just rolled over to the home base store. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like it was a good move. You know, you guys had a hell of a run.
Yeah, and I think we let it. I think we let it bleed a little too long. You know, and it ain't nothing. The fact of that it wasn't doing good. It was us. Yeah. You know, to be honest, I mean, it was everybody. Everybody
just moving in different directions.
You know what I'm saying? And we had a good run. Right. Like, we don't have to keep stretching this. You know what I'm saying? We had a good run. I feel like we was a pioneer of that. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't nobody doing this like we did it when we first opened. Even down with the clothes. How we even got the clothing line is when we opened. We didn't have many shoes. We had about 50 pair of shoes, and we was like, and we got to find something else to sell in the store to fill the store up. Yeah. So we literally just started putting our logo on T-shirts. You know, just heat pressing them motherfuckers, putting them on. And our first weekend we opened, we sold $5,000 in T-shirts, and we was like, that's damn, crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
That's dope. So like, I know you took Valid Kixx. Valid Kixx was way bigger than Racine though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I remember seeing you with, I believe it was T.I., and you were out there. He had the Valid Kixx, and I mean, plenty other celebrities that I can't necessarily remember off the top of my head right now. But,
I mean, we had the stamps from the Rick Rosses to the T.I. T.I. actually was the first person to really shout us out.
It was the Gatorade Sixes.
Actually, it was before that. Before that. Like, it was even when I had Got Kicks. Okay. You know, so like I had the relationship, and he shouted me out on my Got Kicks page, and then man, it just shot up. You know, then of course, you know, we get, hey, we got this now. Give them this from the Moneybag Yos to the like I said, Rick Ross, Jim Jones. Yeah, that definitely. You know, them celebrity stamps, they definitely do something.
So like you said, with having those celebrity stamps, so that helped you like with broaden your audience.
1,000%.
Marketing.
Hell yeah, you gotta think. Like, I remember, man, with the T.I. shout out. I mean, we got customers from all around the world. Even our website, we weren't even pushing a website like that, but after that shout out, we looked at our website numbers shot up 400%. You know, crazy just off that. You know what I'm saying? And Instagram followers and all of that. You know, I met a few people. I met a few people, good people, through that shout out. Like people started buying shoes from me, and now I got relationships with them from 5-6 years ago to this day. Not even with shoes, just from they seen T.I. shout me out.
Right. That's dope. So how important is that, like, you know, to anybody that's watching this that may have a brand or, you know, even trying to start like a clothing store? Like, how important would you say that it is to like put yourself out there and try to interact with these influencers to like market their brand? Or like what direction would they go in?
I feel like you don't even have to go. You don't even really have to go as big as a person like T.I. You can use these YouTube these YouTubers, these Instagram
TikTokers.
TikTokers, even people in your city. You could use the most the strippers.
Yeah.
You got to think. Strippers is around a bunch of niggas. You know, you get you find the baddest strippers in your city. Put them in your shit. You know, they'll do just as much. They'll give you just as much help as somebody like a T.I.
Right.
And that local, you know, keep it local.
Yeah, like somebody with some type of influence.
Yep. It don't have to be a big famous rapper or nothing like that. TikTok, YouTube, them people. Who is that? What's that guy? The big YouTuber. What is it?
Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the fuck he did. He just did.
He streams. Yeah,
he streams, and he richer than
and he just shows
some of the
life.
biggest rappers.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All he do is just show you know his day-to-day activities.
You find them ones that's coming up. Even with the what's dude name in Chicago that'd be like, oh God, corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate. We call him early. You know, he did skits in Valid Kixx. Who else? The other nigga, Dontario.
Okay.
The On Baby.
Yeah.
Like, we had him. And a bunch of other people.
You had the groovy dude too, right?
Big the big gorilla dancing nigga. He came down there. You got the big groove. You got the Mufasa dude, famous Amos, the dude I bet you won't. I bet you won't. You got him, T Magic.
Yeah.
My boy T Magic. He, you know, so it's a bunch of people.
Yeah, shout out T Magic. T Magic will be pulling up very soon.
Yeah, for
very
sure.
soon.
But yeah, them just them people, you know, especially the ones that's coming up. You know, everybody want free clothes.
All right. Oh, so that was like your marketing.
Yeah.
Agreement.
Yeah, for sure. Like
you just told them like we'll give you like free.
Like for an example, for an example, like T.I. would have bought the shit,
right?
You know, but if he buy it, he like, what's the point of me shouting you out? I bought it, you know. But if we give it to him,
real,
you know what
though.
I'm saying? Like, yeah, I respect it, you know. So
cause like it's like, you know, I'm paying for your service, now you can pay for mine.
Yeah, exactly.
For me
you know,
promote.
And so you give him a $500 worth of merchandise for a shout out, and you get 5,000 new customers.
Right.
You know, so even exchange.
They worked hand in hand. Everything worked out. That's dope. That's amazing. So like take me to R&Beef dawgs.
R&Beef dawgs. Okay, that's special. That's real special because that was my first business. I would say not by myself, but you know that was all me. So R&Beef dawgs came from Ronnie and Beef. That's my cousin Ronnie, and my nickname is Beef. And that started. Remember, I told you I got fired from my job in Racine when I moved down to Memphis. Open Valid Kixx. That's what I was focused on.
Right.
And I think I ended up going to Racine one day. Forgot to call in, and they fired my ass. No call, no show. And after that, I was just like, damn, like why the fuck I keep on getting fired from these jobs?
All right.
And my wife actually was the one that said, when I got fired, she said, don't go back and get no job. Don't go back to work 'cause obviously the shit don't work. And she believed in me. And she said, I trusted her. Matter of fact, no. I went to go get a security job. I like it's just I was just used to work. I was making all my own money, but then I was just so used to. In my mind, it was just like if you got a job, you're doing something. You know, you just need a job. I was only making $10 an hour.
Right.
So working a security job, I remember making $3,000 one day at this $10 an hour job, and they wanted me to put my phone up.
So how was it that you made $3,000 in one day?
Selling sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had like a side hustle going on as well.
Yeah. So I still did. I still had the Valid Kixx, but I also did. I was doing pre-orders, and I was still doing my thing that I was always doing on the side. So I end up getting fired. Well, I didn't even get fired. They wanted me to put my phone up, and I'm like, no, I'm straight. I'm gonna quit. And then that was 2017, and I never had a job since. So then I had to figure out something else to do. I'm like, man, you know, in Wisconsin, we eat Polishes and brats.
Right.
Like, that's what we eat up there. So when me in Memphis, I was like, where the Polish spots? I'm on a Polish, good-ass Polish sausage or something, you know. And it was like, they ain't really eat it down there. So I'm like, I'm going to get a hot dog stand. Now I ain't got no job. I was like, I'm going to get a hot dog stand. And I'm going to put folks on them Jewtown Polishes that we eat, you know, like in Chicago, Wisconsin, all of that. So we end up, I asked my cousin, did he want to do this hot dog cart with me? And he was like, yeah, he'll do it. And got a hot dog stand, and I was thinking about some names. I didn't know what the hell to name it. And my sister was like, name it R&Beef dogs. I was like, damn, for real? That shit cold. Like that shit was cold. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was real good, interesting. With that name. Oh shit, hold on. I thought the name was real dope. So, man, I remember that starting out slow. I remember being out there on that hot dog stand. Man, what was it? I used to be out there for hours, you know, 5-6 hours. Probably sold made $40-$50.
Okay.
You know, if that. Shit, some days I made 30, you know. But then I would go back out the next day. And I remember one day I made $300. I made $300 one day. And I just thought, like, damn, like $300 off some hot dogs, you know? And then I started picking up traction, and then it was May. May had ended up coming. It was like a week before Memorial Day. And I went downtown on Bill Street. And I made $1,000. That weekend. And I was like, damn, if I made $1,000 on this hot dog stand on this weekend, just imagine what I'm gonna do next weekend.
All right.
And I want to say that Memorial Day weekend, I promise you I made $6,000 from Thursday to Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. And I was like, this shit real. You can make some money in this shit. You know, I spent $500 and I made $6,000. You know,
that's crazy.
Selling Polishes and brats. That's it. And I just started being out there, man. I would. My work hours was, I would start at 11. I would start at 11 in the morning in East Memphis from 11 till about 7. Leave there, go downtown from about 8. I'll set up at around 8 or 9 o'clock till 6 in the morning. Do this shit again the next day. So I was putting 20 hours a day in. On the hot dog stand. Grinding.
Yeah.
Grinding one, like we was, I mean, you got to think it was me and my cousin, so what was different about us, you got some cool young niggas. We got food. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
We got food, we got hookah, liquor, music, and girls out there. You know? So it was just a vibe.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So that's how that started, and then we was popping, we was booming that whole summer, and then we end up I ended up getting a food truck, so the money got slower during the winter months, and it was like, okay, what do I do? I'm either gonna have to go get a job, or I'm gonna have to figure something out, and I definitely didn't want to get no fucking job. So I end up I ended up going to get a food truck. Me and my wife, she helped me get a food truck. I spent all my money. She helped me get a food truck. We went to Texas one day. I'm talking about we got off work. We drove to San Antonio, Texas, picked up a food truck, turned right the fuck brown. Like no sleep.
Right.
A 1 day trip. I mean, ran out of gas, pulling that food truck back, ran out of gas 2-3 times in a row. And we got back. COVID hit. That was a weekend. I remember. I didn't even. Matter of fact, that when I got the food truck, I didn't even have enough money to buy a generator. My wife ended up buying me a generator, and then I was working one day and driving on the phone. She a nurse, so I'm on the phone with her, arguing back and forth with her because she's asking me like, why I'm out here working and it's COVID, and at this time I don't even know what the fuck a COVID is.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is COVID? I'm trying to get this money. I don't give a fuck what COVID is or whatever. And I got into a car accident and totaled my truck. That week they shut everything down, so she ended up renting me a truck for 3 days. Mm-hmm. She said, if you make the money back in them 3 days, are you gonna rent the truck again? I'm like, all right, maybe, I made in 1 day. In 1 day paid for a month rent, to rent the truck in 1 day.
That's dope.
And so I ended up renting the truck for like 3 months, and people was like, why the fuck you still renting this truck? You know what I'm saying? You could go buy a truck now, you know. And then we ended up going to buy a truck. COVID was, all the restaurants was closed. Food trucks was booming. Yeah. But we opening up. We got a line.
I got y'all shine on it.
Soon as we open that window, we had a line open. You know what I'm saying? Like people waiting in line before we even open. So me new to the food truck game, I'm just thinking everybody like this. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking all food trucks is booming like this, but then like some of my people's like, nah, you really blessed. Yeah, like everybody ain't like that. Yeah. And
so is it like certain regulations that you have to like go by, like being like a small business?
So with food trucks, with the thing about with food trucks, you can't park next to another restaurant. You got to be within 300 feet of a restaurant. So of course it's other small little permits and stuff you need, but it's not impossible. All of it is obtainable. But I ran that food truck for about 9 months, and I ended up selling it for what I got it for, and ended up getting bigger, spending almost triple on a new food truck, getting it built custom how I wanted it, and it's just over from there, Right. The rest was history.
And before we get too far along, I definitely want to, touch on the fact that you keep, saying that your wife was like a huge supporter, like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can you touch on that, like being married and trying to maintain the business? Like, how did you keep the balance? But like, obviously, if you have somebody that's supporting you, it's like y'all all in.
So I do give her a lot of props. Maybe not to her face, maybe not to her, but I do give her props with helping me with this business. But balancing both, it is hard because you got me. I told you I was putting 20 hours in.
Right.
So the other hours I gotta take a little nap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like a lot of times. I mean, it would seem like I'm putting this above my family, but this was to get what we got now. You know what I'm saying? I had to sacrifice.
In our mind, we be feeling like, look, I already proved I'm a dad. I already proved I'm a husband. But then when we absent in that space, they be feeling neglected though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like everybody feel it, but it don't be personal.
Which understandable. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then me having this popularity and people see what I done did. I done lost 100 pounds. I done opened up businesses. So now I'm kind of popping right now. So of course now other bitches is. Like noticing me now and all this shit. So getting a little more attention. So of course you got to battle that, with also still being respectful to your wife and all of that. So I mean, it wasn't easy, it wasn't easy. Sometimes she'll sit here and say, I do sometimes say that she didn't support me, but that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? If she may have didn't support me in the way that I thought I wanted for her to support me, but she wasn't, because when I first opened that food truck and I didn't have nobody, she was there. You know what I'm saying? She was there taking orders, dropping them fries. Even before I had a big deep fryer, we had the little countertop on. You know what I'm saying? I got a line out there, and I'm wondering why the fuck these fries ain't cooking like that, because I got 20 orders in this little ass pan. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, though, so she it could get a little sticky sometimes, you know, with that balance, but you know, you just keep on going and eventually it'll work itself out.
Yeah, marriage, dude. Marriage, I be on that boy about the marriage conversations. I be wanting to know, like, you know, we dig deep.
Right.
We chop it up off camera.
Hours, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll sit here and just talk about just damn this and that. Hours, you know, all the bullshit.
But
I
think women take full advantage of the power that they have in them type of situations. Like you said, she probably didn't know. She was just being a wife, but like probably not looking back on it, she probably looked like, damn, if I keep that energy behind him, it ain't no telling where to take him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever it is, like you know how you be sitting back. Like how we'd sit back and be like, I got an idea. You know what I mean? One of them. And we'd throw it on them till we can't no more. And then some women, not all, they'll pop up with the idea like, okay, now what you finna do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got you a food truck. I got you
the accessories,
a heat press.
yeah.
You want to design or a printer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So with my wife, you want to know detail. You know, she want to know like what's your plan. And sometimes we ain't got that. I just got the idea, and I'm gonna figure out. Out all this shit when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't got no plan B. This shit gonna happen. If it don't, I'm gonna figure it out. But she always plays the safe route. You know what I'm saying? And I used to always want her to be like me. I used to always want her to like, man, like you should just. I'm risking everything. I'm putting everything. I'm like, man, you should just be an entrepreneur. You should do this.
Balance don't work like that.
Yeah.
And I thought
y'all both can't risk it all.
The skills don't work.
Because I was like, I thought about some of the shit that I did, and I was like, just imagine if she did the shit that I did, we wouldn't have shit.
Right.
We wouldn't have a motherfucking thing, because I'm putting everything on the motherfucking line. Shit, when I go to the casino, I ain't no big gambler, but if I go to the casino and I hit, if I come in there
you gotta walk out.
If I come in the casino with $50 and I win 1,000, you better believe I'm not motherfucking stopping. I'm gonna think I got this 1,000, I'm gonna win 2,000, and then I'll fuck around and start losing. Then I get irritated. My last $400-500, I'm putting everything on black.
Let's go.
No,
she telling me,
you gotta go.
Look, I'm like,
I'm with her though. It's time to go.
And sometimes I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that. So I did give her a lot of trouble, you know. But she stuck through it, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, riding it out and basically seeing
you gotta
everything.
go like dreads. You gotta go through the ugly stage.
We still go through the ugly stage. We still go through the motherfucking ugly stage.
That's dread. That's why I call relationship. I say shit. Relationships like dreadlock.
Facts.
The motherfuckers only cute when you style.
I swear to God. Hey, I promise you, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep it going though, man. That's good to have somebody that you can like piggyback and rely on though, like that.
I like being around niggas like that because I be not necessarily stealing shit out their bag, but I be stealing shit out their bag. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't finna do that. That's what I ain't gonna do. Because, you know, sometimes as men, we'll dig ourselves in a hole, like, with allowing certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then it be like, I ain't no backpedaling from that. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
You gotta swallow it. You gotta swallow and figure it out, you know? Hey, it is what it is.
Marriage one of them things, though. I be like...
So
I be talking to all my married homies like, yeah, one of them.
But you know, I didn't even understand. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, I didn't grow up with nobody really married in my family like that. So I didn't even know really what marriage meant. I didn't know what being a husband really was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I did take I took a lot of that for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like marriage vows and all that. You just go get married. You know what I'm saying?
Not really took it for granted, but I get what you're saying though. You ain't understand it enough to like
to really move by
right,
that.
right,
you know?
right.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you feel like that though?
Because it was certain things that it was certain boundaries that I've crossed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With me having this, this name out here now, getting the attention from these bitches now, and me entertaining this shit, me just knowing like, hey, it's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm married.
Yeah.
And doing that shit. That type of shit.
Yeah, it come with growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good to see it. Everything, worked out, obviously. And you pull it through for sure. So, like, tell me about the process of, you losing 100 pounds because, a lot of people out here, they taking a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? They going to go get their body reconstruction. Yeah, they doing Ozempic, but further, they taking it a little bit further.
Yeah,
they going to get lipo and all these so was you like a band gang? What's his name?
Band Kevo.
Was you like?
Nah, actually no.
Was you a band gang Kevo man?
Nah, but shit. At this point, like shit, I hadn't thought about it. Goddamn it, fuck it. If we got the cheat code, why not put it in sometime?
I'm gonna keep it real though, G. On some real nigga shit though, like don't. Because on some real niggas, shit be niggas like me sitting back on my ass like, man, one day. But it be niggas like you that motivate me. Every time I get up in the morning, I call you, and I'm sitting on the couch, you on your way to the gym, I'm like, damn, I'm bullshit.
So yeah,
you know what I mean?
So all right, so when I told you, so back when I lost my job, I didn't have shit else to do. I knew I wasn't going back to work. I was making money. So I was like, I gotta find something. I got on the scale one day, and I thought I was 290. I thought I was like, I'm like, how much you think? I'm like about 290.
You said 290 like that's little.
Look, I thought I was 290, right? But I was 306.
That's what I'm like.
Okay.
I was 306.
Okay.
And I was like, damn. I'm like, shit, nigga. If I'm glad I was, because if I was 290, I was like, oh, straight.
Yeah, whatever.
And I was like, I just had to find something to do with my time. I'm like, I ain't got shit to do all day, Yeah. So I said, you know what? I was riding past this gym one day, and I just seen all these fucking kids out here just working out. And shout out to my trainer, Raheem Shabazz.
Okay, shout out Raheem.
So Shabazz, I rolled past his gym, and I remember walking in there, and he just got this serious look on his face, like, what the fuck you want? And I'm thinking, like, I come in there, and I think I end up leaving and coming. I ain't come back. But then I'm like, man, I was trying to get serious about it. So I'm like, man, I'm coming here to talk to the dude. He was like, it's going to be $200 a month. And I'm thinking like, damn, that's a bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking like, damn, nigga, you go to Chick-fil-A every month. You go out, you spend at least $20, $30 every day on food. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you can come every day I'm in here. So I said, okay, it's $200. If I go every day, that's about $6 a day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can
get your money's worth.
I was like, I get $6 a day. That's how I was minded. Like, how can I get $6 a day to pay for this? And I didn't even believe in myself. I didn't know that I could do it. I'm like, look, I ain't never been an athlete. I never played sports. I never worked out. But I do want to lose this weight. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do it. I'm going to trust you that you can that you going to help me. So he said, come in here at 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And I just came in. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He said, walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes, do this. And I just did whatever the fuck he said. I said, hey, I don't know. I don't think this shit going to work.
Right.
But I'm just going to do it. But at that time, I was disciplined. I ate the same thing every day. And it helped, too, because I was working, like, at this time, I mean, we working out with fucking NBA players, college players, NFL player. So I mean, at this time, I'm working out every day with Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I'm coming into the gym, he's interested.
That's motivation enough.
Yeah,
to get
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Him and Penny Hardaway is best friends. So when I come in the gym, he's introducing Penny to me.
Right.
Hey, Penny, meet my guy Keith. You
Right.
know.
Like you don't know who he is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that was dope.
Yeah.
It ain't like, hey, you want to meet Penny Hardaway?
Yeah.
He
Right.
introduced Penny to me.
Right.
You know? So just small shit like that just motivate me. I'm just going to the gym every day. I'm working out with a fucking NBA
Legend.
legend. You know what I'm saying? That's like Jordan.
Yeah,
Like that's the
okay.
same level with Michael
Okay.
Jordan, you know? So just doing that every day, and I was eating the same shit every day.
What you was eating?
I would wake up, go to the gym, leave the gym. I would eat egg whites, a wheat toast, some fruit, a bottle of water, and a chicken breast.
That's the only thing you ate the whole day?
No, for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Then for lunch, for a snack, I would eat like a couple almonds, drink some water. For lunch, I would drink like a protein shake, chicken breast, another snack. And then for dinner, I would eat salmon, green vegetable, and sweet potato. And I ate that every day for a whole year. Every day. And then COVID hit, and then it, you started, you just in the house now. Like, now it's like I can't, like, I like salmon, but it's like when niggas go to jail and eat noodles, like, salmon is hard for me to eat now.
It took you back to that place.
That salmon, remember I asked you, did you want that salmon yesterday? I thought, bro, I can't, like, I gotta find, so I gotta get back in it though, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Even though I work out every day, but then I started partying, you know what I'm saying? I started partying during COVID, before I wasn't partying, drinking, smoking, none of that shit. Then now, ain't nobody, we in the house, man. I'm about to party, kick it, you know what I'm saying? So I do need a little balance now. But that's what I did, just worked out, and ate clean every day. I didn't take no pills. I wasn't doing no creatine and all that bullshit. You really can just go to the gym, eat clean, and you'll drop that weight in no time.
You stay consistent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you don't really need so I'm joking about the
surgery.
With the surgery and shit. Like I'm scared of knives and shit anyway. So I'm straight on that.
So
I feel like the final product, it look good, but I think a lot of people that rush and do it don't realize the lifestyle that he got to maintain that body too.
Oh hell yeah!
Time,
you can fuck what they say. You can fuck up the surgery body.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I feel like if getting the surgery cool, like you said, if you got that mindset already, if you done already been in the gym and you know you locked in, you ain't finna have this surgery and then turn around and go gain 50, 60, 70 pounds back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense, but if you gonna be a motherfucker that ain't finna change, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I feel like it's a waste of money.
It's all about discipline. Discipline is the hardest thing.
Yeah.
You know, like even me, like I got to get my discipline back. I'm disciplined to go to the gym every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But shit, I have a balance of like how I eat. I don't eat the same. I don't eat all the way healthy now, but I'll go crazy now. You know what I'm saying? A couple weeks or whatever. Yeah. But like, I'm getting back
staying
into
on top
it.
of it. That's the tricky part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like you gotta actually just work through it, you know, and see the process. You know, like the process.
Oh, you know what be my motivation
though?
I ain't gonna hold you. I work with a lot of diabetics, bro.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of diabetics. That shit, man. I be like, and then you know they be around me, so they talk to me. Mm-hmm. A lot of them not happy at all. You know what I'm saying? Right. I done seen people die from food-related health problems. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, we could really eat ourselves to death. You know what I mean?
Man, when I was big, you know, I was thinking, when I lost my weight, I looked back and I was like, I was a confident motherfucker, you know, when I was bigger. But then now, when I lost that weight and I look back, I really wasn't.
Yeah,
you know, I thought I was. I just played the part. You know, you got the biggies, the Rick Ross to make it seem like it's cool, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we gonna everybody trick themselves.
Hell no. That shit wasn't, you know.
Don't
that shit
wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. Me and bro be talking about that shit. We young.
Yeah.
44 in the waist.
Man.
Big as hell. Can't go in the mall and find nothing in your size. No bullshit. You in
Certain
jogging
stores
suits.
and shit.
Yeah, you in sweatpants and jogging suits 95% of the
Bruh,
time.
I used to always say when I was big, I'm like, man, I ain't wearing no motherfucking skinny jeans. I ain't.
Could.
Man, as soon as I lost that weight, let me get
You
them.
start getting all them stack jeans,
Stack,
everything.
skinny, slim.
Right
Like,
there.
man, what? Let me get this shit tailored.
Let's go.
Man.
Yeah, like I said, you just gotta go through the process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people, like you said, like if you take the cheat code, how you gonna know how to maintain that body?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like if a motherfucker come and they be like, not just saying like you, because obviously, you know, like I said, you a hustler, but like if somebody just came and gave a kid $10,000, they gonna spend the money because they don't know what you had to go through to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know
Look.
how you make 10,000. You know what I'm saying?
check
How you
this
run
out.
up 10 G's rather than somebody giving it
I
to
ain't
you.
even gonna act like I'm exempt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get some money and I'm like, shit, I fucked this up. You know, like,
Facts.
hey, because
I feel like we all had those
You gotta
moments.
think,
Though, you know?
even like.
It's like a dice roll.
Yeah, you
for
know,
sure.
like you making that fast. Like
Yeah.
I was making fast money with the shoes and then my food. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a grind, but I didn't even look at that shit as a grind because I love doing that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what
That
it
was
is.
just
When
that
you
was
love-
just
when you
easy.
love
You know what I'm
what
saying?
you
Like people look at me
it's like breathing.
man,
That
Yeah.
shit, 1, 2,
people was
you
looking
don't
at me
do
like
that
my
day.
wife would look at me like, man, you a fucking robot. Like
Right.
she'll be like, man, I keep the hardest working person I know, and then me, I'm just sitting here thinking in my head, nigga,
I gotta work harder.
man, I ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go in Restaurant Depot and look at them motherfuckers at 6 o'clock in the morning. They in this motherfucking this freezer. I mean, I'm in this bitch too.
Right.
But I'm like, man, ain't no way in the fucking world I'll be waking up coming in this motherfucker. But at the same time, I'm in there too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in there for my business. And this is just like,
I wonder what
it comes
makes
second.
people. I wonder what make people comfortable with taking the risk. Like you said, you would never, you wouldn't never, you never worked a job like where it was like, oh, I'm getting up in the morning. I'm
No,
happy
I
to go to work.
Oh,
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
never was happy. You know what I'm saying? I just had to do what I had to do.
Right. But you know, it's some people that's just shit. They happy to go to work.
Some people are but this lifestyle ain't. You got to think what we all do, right? What we all do. Everybody don't like my wife. She got her career, but going to work and she loves doing that. I mean,
A lot of yeah.
You know, some people. You gotta look at the risks that we go through.
Man,
When they going to work,
Right.
they know how much they getting paid. They know, hey, I'm putting a little overtime in to get. We don't know if we don't go to work. If we ain't out here, we ain't getting paid. We don't know.
It's different when you got covered over here.
I can make $3,000 today, but tomorrow that $3,000 don't mean shit. I gotta make another one. You know what I'm saying? And if I ain't grinding, if I'm not hustling, if I'm not doing this, I don't have nobody saying, oh, you make this money. Even on my food truck. Hey, just because I'm out there now don't mean that I'm gonna make a certain shit. You got to keep on going. You got to keep on grinding.
Looking
you know,
around the corner. You're always looking around the corner from that standpoint.
So
them, like you said, they know they got a paycheck coming.
They know they getting paid Friday. You know, but when I was working a job, so you got to think I'm 38 years old. I'm 38. Nigga, I ain't never had a job making more than $12 an hour. Even my last jobs, I was only making $10 an hour. So when I was at that job, when I was at that job, I mean that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
When I was at that job though, I still was broke.
Yeah.
I could barely still.
They only give you enough to come back.
Yeah. Like I only had enough money to barely pay my bills.
You gotta go.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta come back next week.
So now, I always put it in my mind. I was like, man, if I could just do something, if I could go, at this time, like I ain't got to be rich. I ain't had a lot of money, but if I can just do work for myself and just have enough money to pay my bills,
but you know what?
I'll be okay.
But like how I said, like they give you enough to come back. You know what I used to tell myself? Like how you said, we just used the number 10 since you said it. If I'm making $10 an hour and I'm surviving till next week to get another paycheck, I gotta what can I do outside of here that can make me $30, $40 an hour? You know what I'm saying?
in my mindset, nigga, I was thinking, if I'm in this bitch $10 an hour, what can the fuck can I do to make $10 an hour on my own? You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, some shit like that.
See, that be the the double sided of it, like, cause that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't never get comfortable with like taking risks. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm always that person that's like, nah, I ain't really doing that. You know what I'm saying? I like that guaranteed. So that's why I feel like. And I always tell you all the time, I feel like my time coming up at this motherfucker. Yeah. But I like the balance of having a job, having that consistent, paycheck. But then also having a business, having brands, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, so it's like it keep me like, okay, all right, while I'm still trying to figure this shit out over here, I got that coming in guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So this is all extra. I look at it as, and it's helping me build to where I want to go. But I think I eventually, go full throttle.
But you know what you got to pay attention more to? How valuable your time get over time. Your time get more valuable. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't really waste time, and you can't waste time doing like something that's not over benefiting you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it benefits you because it's supposed to, but it gotta over benefit you at one point in time. Otherwise, it's just like shit. You done got satisfied with. Mm-hmm.
Like,
something
you content,
that's not, it's not really
in a stagnant situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm content. It's like I'm never content, but sometimes I'm content. Like, I can make some money and I'm just chilling. Like I said, I feel the reason why I say I'm content, because sometimes, like I said, my wife may think that I'm work so fucking hard, but then in my mind I'm like, shit, I'm just sitting on the couch. That's why I don't even like sleeping like that.
But it's everybody look at the workload different. Mm-hmm. Everybody look at the workload different. Like, you gotta think, you put that shit on your plate because you can handle it. You know what I mean? That shit not on your plate because you can't manage it. So it's like,
sometimes I don't even know if I can handle it sometimes.
No, but I mean, I'm saying I'm
gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
Right. So shit, it's like, you go in the gym and you see a nigga do some shit and it's like, damn. But like you said, that shit light to him. He done did it so many times. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You looking at it like, let me go. If I was to go over there and try that shit, how would it work out? You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I do too. Like, even in the gym, like, I'll try some shit. Just, hey, nigga. Sometimes, nigga, if I'm putting 220 on that bar and shit, I barely can get it, but hey, I attempted it.
Right.
So I'm gonna just try again next time. You know what I'm saying? Until I get it.
See, that's a nigga that benefited from putting in that work, though. You know what I mean? We talked about this last time. Once you start taking the risks in certain directions, it don't stop or go away. It increase. You like shit. You feel like you done build your confidence up. Like, I could take this shit on. What's the task? Just like we was talking about with, you get 2 or 3 people together that think like that. What can't y'all do? You know what I mean? Because it ain't no limitations in y'all mind on what can be accomplished. You know what I mean? It's just all about time. Because you put 3 niggas together, they could do anything.
You ain't lying. You definitely, and it's about the mindset too. Just like we go back to, when we put 4 niggas together. It's pros and cons to it. But then when you get like me and him, hey, me and Bucci, we sometimes we gonna have a string. We talking every day. We may not talk for a couple weeks. Yeah. Then if we ain't talked, nigga, we can both pick up the phone and act like we just talked to each other 10 minutes ago. Act like, hey, jump right back on whatever.
That comes from having that understanding, though. I understand. We understand what's going on. Most people be like, damn, acting funny.
Right. I ain't heard funny. It's having that understanding, but also, knowing that y'all have motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's busy. Everybody has like businesses. Like, everybody doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing something. Like, ain't nobody just chilling.
I remember this before I even knew what Bucci was doing or nothing. Me and Bucci would call, hey, what you got going on? Man, we popping out. Shit, I'm gonna pop out too. I remember one day, and this was in the prime. I was making that money on. I was fucking up, nigga. I will fuck up $1,500 on a Tuesday in the club just buying bottles.
Yeah,
that's the stupid shit I said. So I remember one time, and I wasn't used to this.
Yeah,
I wasn't used to this. We went to a club, man. The line was long as shit. and we got some people with us. And me, I'm just at this point. You making money, you don't want to wait in no line. I'm like, man, I'm like, shit, dude. The security, like, man, they ain't letting nobody in. Yeah. The line is 2 blocks long, and I'm like, at this nigga, when I want something. I told this kid, man, look, I'm gonna give you $1,000. Let us get in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't even think they was charging to get in. It might have been $20 to get in, or it might have been free. I told that nigga. I told that nigga I get in. I wanted to make sure that nigga said yeah. I ain't want to say I'm gonna give you $50. Nigga, I'm gonna give you $1,000. Let me and my crew get in.
Shit.
And the first thing this nigga said, whatever you pay him, I'm giving you half. I'm like, damn, for real? Shit, nigga, hey, I got 3-4 other people come with us, let us in.
Yeah.
They looking at it like, damn, how the fuck they getting in? Shit.
Y'all paid that ticket.
Man, hell yeah. We probably ain't have to pay that much, but I think I was just running my mouth.
Money talk.
Yeah, and the line was long as hell. We was trying to ticket that night. We could have stayed out in the cold or none of that.
y'all blessed him that night.
Hell yeah.
He blessed us.
Yeah.
Whoever that bouncer was, he was like, damn.
And to this day, I get in that motherfucker whenever the fuck I want to.
Yeah. He looked out for him.
He know a nigga face though shit. After you bless a nigga like that, come on, man. Cover dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Bucci came with that same energy.
Yeah.
Like, even when we got in there, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna order. I'm like, shit, like, he coming with me. Like, hey, I'm gonna buy a bottle. Hey, you buy a bottle, I'm buying bottles. Mm-hmm. Hey, whatever nigga, he's matching it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
And then Bucci put me on the NEMT shit that he doing, you know? Like, I'm getting in the process of getting my own vans. He told me, hey, he gave me this information. Hey, man, I call this nigga every day, ask him the same questions. He telling me. But he see me working at it. You know what I'm saying? Even shit, we get sitting courtside at the game. Hey, let's go to the game. You know what I'm saying? We share information. We ain't worried about. We not worried about who we went out to eat yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about who's paying for it. Whoever pull out their shit first paying for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about Bucci. You know, he ain't a gatekeeper for information.
Right.
You know, he gonna show you whatever he's doing. If you want to do it, he gonna tell you what you need to do. He ain't trying to hold back and all that shit. So
yeah, he always been like that, man. He a solid individual for sure.
For a long time with that energy.
Yeah. That's why, you know, like, a lot of people be like, how the fuck? Like, how you be hanging out with Bucci? And I'm like, he older than me.
And I tell people all the time, because before I start rocking with him, I knew
but
Bucci.
y'all like older though. You know what I'm saying? So they like,
I knew him since even when we was in high school. Yeah. So if you don't know, like, before we even start rocking like this, I knew he was in Memphis, blah, blah, blah. We used to get some money together or whatever. And I always had this stigma in him about him from 05. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a street nigga, he on bush. If you ain't been around him in these past few years or however long, you gonna think, because he ain't really on social media like that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna really know what the fuck he doing. But then when I tell people about, like, nah, Bucci, that's business, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, like, all the time, like, he ain't that, like, what you think he is, he ain't that, you know? He may still be that, but he definitely...
Hey, I mean, everybody like that. You get them, you get them in that mode, they gotta react to whatever it is. But
we keep it cool.
Like, a lot of people always be like, how, like, they don't necessarily say it like in a negative way, but they just be like, how did that, you know? They be like, oh, well, yeah, your cousin and his brother hanging. I'm like, when I always knew, you know, him from passing, but he was one of the people that he obviously seen the potential in me before I seen it. You know what I'm saying? So he like, you don't supposed to be doing this. Or if you gonna do this. So, you know what I'm saying? Do it like this. So it was like, always like that big brother vibe, you know? So that was like always solid. That's why I was like,
he ain't gonna make you feel like just because he's doing this. What I also like about him, he's not gonna approach nobody like even when he go to the young street niggas, he ain't gonna act like, hey, what y'all doing? Hey, y'all wrong. Y'all shouldn't be doing blah, blah, blah. He gonna come. He come down to whatever level.
He come to your level, for sure.
So you can actually see. So you ain't gotta, you're gonna be comfortable with him.
It's not like a lecture, you know. Like, it's like more of an understanding. Like, he let you tell him that's how you what you would like. He let you express yourself, and then he coordinate and like tell you how to, okay, all right, you should do this, you should do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like being around him. I never had no older siblings, so it was like having a big brother that obviously I never had, and having my father, you know, like, cause he tell me a lot what my dad tell me, but to see somebody come on like a different level, like, you know, like, okay, all right, he see me every day, so he know.
And what I noticed from them conversations when I hear him talking to other people, I wouldn't even say he tell you what to do. I feel like he just give his opinion and his suggestion, what he think. You know what I'm saying? You ultimately do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I like about him.
Yeah. So everybody's solid, man. You been the same way, shit. When I met you at the dinner, you know, you was like, hey, so what you got going on and what you doing with the brand? And I was just like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, cause you know, like I said, I always seen you from afar, and you know, you was doing things that I wanted to do, and I still want to do. You know, like open a store, starting the brand from the ground up,
and I did it
brushing shoulders with these different people because of your brand. You know,
with no information.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of it.
With no information, just seeing them up,
not
scared, not being scared of the nose.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I don't know if I told you this to your face, but I was telling me that though, like, that's one thing I like about you. Like, I stole it from your bag. That networking, how when we go places, folks gonna talk to everybody in the room. We go places, everybody in the room know him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to you. I know him. He the owner. This and that janitor dude. He gonna take us through there. What? How you know all these people by name? How you remember everybody?
You treat everybody as equal.
I do, but like people will always say, "Man, you know everybody," and it's like it ain't about knowing everybody.
Talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta know the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like and I do give everybody the chance. You know what I'm saying? So like, just because I may not think that, oh, you got this going on, or you may not like. Everybody is the same. We all are human. You can learn something from the richest person, and you can learn something from the poorest person. It doesn't matter as long as you learning something, taking information. You know, and I try to surround myself with people that got something going on. And I'm not saying that money. I'm not. You don't have to have nothing going. You don't have to have money to have something going on. Because I got people around me that teach me how to be that ain't got no money, that teach me how to be a better man, a better dad, a better husband, you know, and that's valuable, you know, to me. So I keep those type of people around me, and that's what I like.
Yeah, that's dope. So before we head out of here, I want you to tell us, like, so what's next? Like, I know you said you starting a non-emergency transportation, so like, is that what we expect next?
So honestly, yeah.
And who is doing this? Is this Keith or is this Thomas?
This is Keith. This is Cannon Enterprises.
Okay.
You know, I appreciate Bucci for introducing me to this, because I mean, at this time I was like just figuring out something else to do. He telling me what he's doing. I'm like, what's that? And then when he showed me like the money that's in it, it's people usually say like, man, if it come easy, it ain't good. It ain't that shit really. That ain't hard, you know what I'm saying?
Is it coming easy though? Because the information that he possibly gave you.
That could play a part, but at the same time, nobody gave him no information.
Yeah, but shit, I ain't gonna lie though. Like, it's crazy because what he said, right? Nobody gave me the information, but a motherfucker pointed me in the direction, right? So I had to go. Like you said, nobody gave motherfucker no information. I had to find out everything on my own. But now that I know that, and I got that format, it's easy for me to give it to a motherfucker or not give it to a motherfucker. Right. But y'all know me, I ain't finna not give it to you if I know what you gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that opened up the door for phone calls like when you called me with old girl on the phone and she plugged me with the nursing home. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we built that relationship back and forth to where when I threw you an alley hoop and you slam dunked it, you didn't mind throwing me an alley hoop. You know what I mean?
And vice versa. I didn't care if you didn't. I still was gonna throw that to you, because I didn't give you nothing. I didn't give you nothing to throw me an alley. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm all. That's the type of people we is. We ain't looking for. Oh, you do something for me, I'm gonna do something for you. No, we gonna do it regardless. I'm gonna see you win. I'm gonna see you win. So even down to the. I just started these Airbnbs, right? I got my first Airbnb. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
And he was telling me like, hey man, like damn, I like you was telling me, nigga, you still can get on. You know what I'm saying? You can get on with the person that this shit, hey, it's on the table.
Yeah,
what Lotto say is on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely open market for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
yo, this is what you do, you know?
So do you have your Airbnbs out in Memphis?
Yep.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard as shit.
Yeah.
See, that's what I told him, man. You a hustler of all traits, man.
All I'm trying to do is just don't go back to a job. You know?
That's the biggest thing of it.
Yep.
So ending it out, I like to always ask my guests, what would be your notorious truth? Like, what is your message to the audience?
My message to the audience, my notorious truth is if you won't change it. You know, a lot of people. I don't mean to cut you off.
Give them your line about the opportunity. Don't wait. Don't wait. For
I don't wait for, you know, and that could be a gift and a curse though, because like some people like to strategically do shit. Like, if I remember, I wanted something from your dad one day. I didn't wait for nobody to, as soon as I see him, I'm pulling up. You know, I'm gonna let them know exactly who I am, what I'm trying to do, this. You nigga, you gonna tell me yes or no. And if you tell me no, nigga, if I see another motherfucker over here, I'm gonna go ask them. One of you motherfuckers is gonna say yeah. Right. So like, that's just my thing. It's just when you see an opportunity, take it. Don't wait for it. If you I forget, I think it was Les Brown that said this. When you jump off the cliff, hope to land on your back. So if you so you can keep on, so you can look up, goddamn it, when you fall, you know.
It's fact.
Just go ahead and do it. You know, I always give people this thing, like, if you don't like your job, quit that bitch.
Yeah.
You know, figure it out. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You can go get another job.
Facts.
You know, so take the opportunity. Take it. It's on the table for you.
I appreciate you for stopping by, man, showing love. You definitely got to bring R&Beef dogs out here to LA, because I see you do pop-ups and shit. Yes. So, like, when is you going to be on? I would love to see you on Hollywood, bro.
Look, honestly, because I'm going to go to Houston first with it. I'm going to go to Houston, but I really would love, I was thinking about that on the way here, because I see out here, people appreciate hot dogs out here.
Yeah. And we don't have no real Chicago style. Like, they have pink dogs, but
Pinks, and then I see the dog house. And honestly, like, Pinks is one of them people, like, when I started this hot dog shit, I seen who was who everywhere of the hot dog game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't respect, well, I must use Memphis. People don't respect hot dogs. They respect mine, but I had to.
You got to earn it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like if you think about it, when you want something to eat, and when the last time have you said, I want a hot dog for dinner? You know, ain't nobody saying that. You know, so for a motherfucker to like really come and get a hot dog for me for dinner, it must be that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's good.
Yeah, so yeah, like people, I feel like they'll respect it a lot more out here, because the people always say, I don't eat hot dogs. Well, it ain't just
shit. Everywhere you go out here in LA is bacon dog. Yeah,
I got an LA.
So you might as well come out here, man.
I got an LA dog. I got an LA dog on my menu right now. So what it is an all beef hot dog wrapped in bacon. I got a garlic aioli, bell pepper, onion, a fried jalapeno with mustard. That bitch off the chain. I ain't gonna lie. And I was inspired by me coming out here and getting them bacon dogs.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You ain't giving me one. I don't want no bacon. Hey, I'm 4 years no pork, but I would love to try it.
Maybe we'll do wrap it with some beef bacon.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we need to get you out here though as soon as possible, because that would be dope. I could do like a little pop up. We could work it.
We could do it. I ain't even got to bring the food truck out here.
We can rent one.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it though. But that's it. We closing out. This is the Notorious Truth Podcast. I need y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay tuned to the next episode.